Thanks for joining us today. Today we're talking to Milkayla Allen from Action STL. How are you doing today, Milkayla?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I am doing great as well. Thanks for asking. So tell me, what is Action STL? How did it get its start?
So Action St. Louis is a grassroots racial justice organization, and we are focused on building political power in this region. We do this through building strong campaigns. Our organization was born out of the Ferguson Uprising, originally formed as a coalition. And so we've been an organization officially for 4 years now. We actually just recently celebrated our birthday.
Happy birthday. How did you get involved?
I got involved with Action St. Louis as a fellow through our organizing pipeline called BOSS, which stands for Black Organizing Summer School. So that is an 8-week intensive training, essentially on how to be an organizer. Some weeks we knocked on doors. Other weeks we attended Board of Aldermen meetings, different things like that to just give us hands-on organizing experience. And from there, I applied for the job at Action, and I became part of the team as the Electoral Justice Organizer.
And what does that entail?
So as the EJ organizer, I deal with pretty much anything election related. So in the past year, that's looked like signature gathering for a statewide ballot initiative, like we just did with Medicaid expansion, voter registration, managing canvassers. We held a People's Caucus. Our electoral team is 2 parts. So our civic engagement side of the electoral team dealt with the census. We held a People's Caucus. We held a debate for the circuit attorney's race. Basically anything having to do with an election and voter engagement. That's our wheelhouse.
Gotcha. Now on the website for Action St. Louis, there is information about how your approach is the Ella Baker approach. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means?
Yes, I would love to. I first learned about Ella Baker in BOSS, actually. She was a person in the civil rights movement who's not as known as some of the other figures who we might know by household name. So she was known for like a group-centered style of leadership. She was very opposed to hierarchy. And so Ella Baker's approach was to cultivate the abilities of everyday people to join together and take bold action to transform their own communities rather than centering a few charismatic grass-top leaders. So like Ella, we believe in growing the capacity and skills of our members. We believe that that's key to sustaining both our organization and the overall movement. And our organization was founded off of this kind of leadership development. Even when I first came into contact with BOSS, I was a massage therapist that was in the streets during the Stockley protests every day, looking for a place to really transmute that raw like anger and power and energy that I was feeling. And now I'm an organizer with the opportunity to learn and grow and get sharper every day and to sharpen the people around me as I get sharper too.
That's really cool. So I know that you have many initiatives going on, so I just thought we'd look into some of them and see where we're at. So how are things going with the Close the Workhouse initiative?
Yes, so first off, we closed the Workhouse. So at the end of July, I believe it was July 16th, I could be wrong, but a bill passed unanimously in the Board of Aldermen to close the Workhouse. So after 3 long years of organizing, of going to Alderman meetings, knocking doors, collecting pledge cards, calling the mayor every day, all of that, we finally closed the Workhouse. And so the next step in that process that we are working towards is ensuring the funds from the Workhouse be used in a participatory budgeting process, which is where the people most affected by the Workhouse will decide how the money from closing it is spent. And you know, we want to make sure that those funds go towards community needs and not further into carceral systems that will harm our community.
Excellent. And the hashtag woke voter STL, can you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, so that is our voter engagement campaign. And on that side, our recent news around that campaign are, of course, our achievements from the August 4th election. We expanded Medicaid, which delivered access to healthcare to over 230,000 Missourians. And we reelected Circuit Attorney Kimberly Gardner. And so leading up to those wins, we knocked 60,000 doors, socially distant doors, and kept all of our folks safe. We made 18,000 calls, 22,000 text messages, all about the election, all about Medicaid and Kim Gardner. And now we are 70 days out from the election, so we're gearing up for an even bigger fight.
How about We Count 314? That's the Census Initiative, right?
Yes, it is. So in our first round with the census, right before the pandemic broke out, actually was kind of when we launched We Count 314. And so during that time, we made phone calls about the census, and we made about 25,000 calls into what is considered the hard to count areas in North City and North County to talk about the importance of the census and actually get folks to pledge to complete their census and make it relevant as to why we need to do that. And so right now we're getting ready to launch into our second round as our census response rate as a city is not the best and we're in danger of being undercounted right now. So we will be with our second round of door knocks and, you know, on the phones, getting people aware of the census and, you know, taking them through what they need to know about it.
That's awesome. So how can our parishioners learn more, or how can they get involved?
Yeah, so you can learn more about Action St. Louis by going to our website, which is actionstl.org. And from there, you can join our email list where you can hear updates about any of our campaigns, see how the organization is growing, as well as follow us on social media. We post volunteer opportunities, just updates, anything like that for folks to feel and get more involved in the work.
That's cool. I will definitely put the website in the comments of this video as well so that people can check it out there. Milkayla, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.